I've been a bit slack over the last few months. I've still been doing about 30 hours a month, which doesn't sound a lot compared to what I used to do. But just recently I've started back in doing something every day again. Just things get in the way, things get in your mind, and you know, sometimes it takes a lot more effort to get out there and motivate yourself. So I'm doing that today. It's a beautiful day, so why not? Finally on our way, after having a bit of a slow start. My chain wasn't on and it was jammed. But anyway, we're on the road now. So let's see what this day brings. So I've got my full face helmet on today because it is magpie swooping season and I don't want to get smacked in the head. I still might get smacked in the helmet and it still might give me a bit of a fright for a second because it just happens out of the blue so damn quickly. So it's Tuesday, 19th of August. Still winter here in Australia anyway. But it's actually quite a nice day and I've got my summery gloves on. Oh, there's the first magpie. Wish I could show you. He's having a go, but he can't get me. The good thing is when you're wearing AirPods and you're listening to something, if you can't hear him, that's half the battle. Because that noise of him swooping down is a bit intimidating. Now you might be wondering, why are they so scary? Go look up a few magpie swooping videos and you'll see why. People have ended up in hospital with eye injuries. They can do some damage depending, you know, what protective gear you might be wearing. If you're walking along in a park and you get swooped, hopefully you're at least wearing sunglasses. So how have I been going mentally? Physically, I've mentioned I've been a little bit slack, but I've been keeping it in there, maintaining my weight. My fitness level is okay. I've probably lost a little bit of strength in my weight work because I sort of had to cut back because of my shoulder injury, which is still there, that bursitis. I don't know if it'll ever go away. I sort of cut back and modified how I'm doing my weight workouts, because sometimes you just have to do that. But as I keep saying, as long as you're doing something that exerts your body a little bit, then that's okay. Just do your best. I can still do the things I need to do, go on hikes, climb things, go for cycles, still go on long cycles that, you know, by the end of it, my legs and back and everything are still not too bad. Now mentally, well, yeah, I've been going through a few things lately, a few stressful things. I'm trying to work my way through without getting too much into it. But I think I'm doing much better than I was in previous years when I faced difficult situations. I'll get through this. I will get through this. What's on the other side, I'm not sure, but I'm prepared, I think, mentally for whatever happens. But we'll see what happens. So, of course, when you're stressed about things, it's very easy to fall into a routine where you might stay in bed for a lot longer than you need to, or that you should, sorry. I'm a bit of a night owl, so I end up staying up late most evenings, after 12, sometimes until 2 a.m. It might be because I'm playing games or editing a video or talking on a forum or something like that. My day starts at 9 and finishes at 1 a.m. But I've been trying to keep busy and getting away on my camping trips when I can. So I've talked about dealing with mental health issues on another video, but with regard to mental health and how I've been coping, it's different for everybody, but for me, I just felt that if I'm sitting around not getting outside, I feel that that's really detrimental to me. And to be honest, I get really bored. I get bored and I need to move. I can't just sit in a chair all day, even if it's comfortable. I just feel like, well, there could be the fear of missing out, and you don't want to miss out on such a beautiful day. But you know, look, I don't have a lot to wake up for. That's a horrible thing to say. But I mean, I've got no job to go to. Now, I don't want to make this a whinging session. I'm not whinging about it. It's just the way it is. I don't have a job to go to where I can, you know, mix with people and on a daily basis and engage with them and create some sort of relationship with them, an ongoing thing where you might then interact after hours and go to places. So I don't have a job, and that's due to my physical and mental state. And it's not that I haven't tried. I've actually tried to apply for a few jobs and that, for various reasons. It didn't happen, usually because I was underqualified, and to get qualified, well, I just wasn't prepared to do years of study to get a diploma or something to be able to apply for a job like that. And of course, the more simple jobs that don't take a lot of qualification, well, a lot of people apply for those, hundreds. And, you know, why would an employer choose me, a guy that's nearly 60 with a back problem and other things, when they can just hire a younger, fitter, better looking, more enthusiastic, oh, not necessarily more enthusiastic, but to potentially more enthusiastic than me. And I don't blame the employer. They want someone that's going to be around for a while. You might say, well, why don't you do some volunteer work? Yeah, I've actually looked at that. I have looked at a lot of volunteer stuff in the local area, but it's difficult because, again, you actually have to have certain things to apply for some of those jobs, even though they're voluntary. And, well, I wasn't prepared to do that. And you must remember that I've actually got an income, so I've got to weigh up whether I'm taking someone else's ability to be employed. But as far as volunteering goes, look, I've looked at some of those, and I didn't feel that I was suitable for a lot of those sort of jobs. I just think the employer wouldn't get enough out of me, or I just wouldn't meet their expectations or my own expectations. So it's a little bit tricky, but that's something I'm working on. Not to say that I'm never going to do any volunteer work, but the ones that did intrigue me, like actually doing some gardening work at a local Buddhist monastery, which I've been to a few times and enjoyed the surroundings, but I sort of didn't want to commit to anything. Not that you have to really commit a specific amount of times, days or whatever, but then when I got to think about it, see, I like to be a bit spontaneous, and I might just want to go on a bike ride or do some of my other exercising stuff, which does take time to get yourself organised and stuff. Or I might want to go away camping at the drop of a hat, and I don't really want to let people down if they're relying on me to turn up for something that they need. But in regards to the gardening thing, gardening, landscaping, I'm thinking I've got enough to do at my own place, which keeps me busy, so to go and neglect my own to do someone else's is probably a bit silly. And when I thought about why I was volunteering, mainly to engage with other people, I realised the job itself was a bit, what's the word I'm looking for, solitary. I mean, you do engage with people here and there, but you're not really spending a lot of time with anyone. So what I was trying to achieve wouldn't have happened. Yeah, there is quite a bit of volunteer jobs out there. Look, I might be a bit picky, and you know, I'm allowed to be picky, really. I mean, I'm the one that's going to be there, and if I feel that I'm not giving what they need, well then why am I volunteering? Maybe my mindset will change over time. We'll see what happens. But as I mentioned before, I'm actually navigating my way through a situation, and I'm yet to see what's going to be the result of that. So I can't really plan anything at the moment. I'm just living one day at a time. And that is how you actually have to deal with depression and mental health. You just got to deal with it one day at a time. And that can be hard, no doubt about that. I push myself to get out of my comfort zone where I can and try to engage with people where I can. But times today are a little bit different to what they were 10, 20, 40 years ago. You can't approach people like you did back then. You can't talk to people like you did back then. So you've got to be sort of on guard with everything you do and say, and how you do and say it. But I went out the other night to a pub to see a band who were doing their farewell performance, and this band, I videoed them 19 years ago upon their request, and when I spoke to them the other night, they told me they still watched that video and they remembered me really well, which is nice to hear. But while I was there, by the time I got there, you know, the pub was already pretty full from people having dinner there, and the band didn't start till later, so the place was already full, and so I only had a spot to stand in, which really aggravated my back after a while. And of course it's loud. I didn't see anybody there that I recognised. Oh, a couple of people, but they were pretty young people, and my connection with them was very limited. So it was only a quick hello, how are you going, and do you remember me, sort of thing. It's not like I could sit down there and have a engaging conversation with them, which you can't anyway in a very loud pub. You don't want to be yelling in someone's ear just to be heard. And so after a couple of hours there, it was enough, and I went home. It was good to hear the band. They played pretty well. I enjoyed that. A couple of drinks, loosened you up. But as far as engaging with anybody, it sort of didn't happen. But it doesn't really matter. You got to do it in small steps, and sometimes those steps are very small. Sometimes it's a couple of steps forward and a few back. But you just got to keep trying. And where do you look? Well, I've got a local Facebook page that tells me what's happening in the area, and sometimes Like the band, for example, they advertised on that page, or it was advertised on that page, so I went to that. But sometimes things will be of interest and you just go to them. I suppose sometimes I make excuses to myself as well for not getting involved in certain things or going to certain things, and I've got my own little reasons to justify those decisions why I don't go. I suppose we all do, but that's what you have to work on, adjusting those reasons so they're not so inhibiting to your social life and your own welfare. I am very well aware that I have improved the way I think about things, the way I process things, and how I respond to things. It's not an epiphany, but it's a slow realization. For some people it might be a sudden epiphany, for some people it may not happen ever. But it doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as it happens in the end and you suddenly realise that maybe you're looking at things in a way that could be improved, which will be a better result for you, how to negotiate through situations, and that could be a result of different things. It could be a result of you just getting sick and tired of your current way of thinking or your current position, situation, and you just want to change it. Or you might just realise that suddenly you might realise that hey, every time I do such and such, it ends up with this bad result. Why am I doing that? I might just stop doing that, hey? I'm a lot more calmer, relaxed, I'm a lot more tolerant, a lot less responsive in a negative way, or if I'm quick enough, I'll bite my tongue. You just got to avoid getting involved and engaged with people that sap your strength and your time, because it's just not worth it. They are not worth it, and you can just spend so many hours involved in some sort of argument that's not going to make any difference to the person that you're dealing with or anyone else that's listening to the conversation. All it does is create you more angst, more stress, more anger, frustration. Just let it all go. Step back, let someone else do it. Especially if you've been doing that for a long time. Maybe it's time to hand the baton to the next person, someone younger or a little bit better engaging with such people. But release the burden. What a lovely quiet day, no one to bother you. It's winter, so all the scary things that so many Americans are scared of in Australia just aren't out. The snakes, the goannas, the spiders, the drop bears, the yowies, those rabid kangaroos. So me personally, I just can't sit around all day in front of a computer or a TV. I can spend some time reading a book. Depends on the book, it can be really engaging. The one I'm currently reading isn't too bad. The one before that, slightly let down, could have been better. The last half was alright. But this one, I'll probably do a book review on it. There are people that can spend all day in front of the computer or the TV. I know that, but I can't do that. I just start feeling like I'm wasting my time. I'm letting my body just fall apart. And sitting inside a house all day, you don't realise, because you get used to it, you don't realise how smelly your room is. Someone else walks in there and suddenly like, oh God, open a window. So I like to keep active, break up my time in front of the computer, go for a walk, go out the garden, whatever. Look at my fish, check on my tadpoles, see if there's any maintenance that needs to be done around the yard. But then there'll be people that say, well, I haven't got anything like that. But it's very easy just to give up. I know it is. I've given up for short periods of time, and sometimes certain episodes will cause that to happen. You might stop eating for a few days, you might just stay in bed, not even get out. It's not healthy. But when you're in that funky sort of state, you just can't see anything else. And it's not until you experience a nice situation that you think, oh, I should have done this before. Why did I waste all that time? If I don't get swept on this stretch of road, I'll be surprised. But what a great day. What a great day. There's only a light wind, no clouds, no cars out here. And time goes quick when you're talking to yourself. 55 minutes already. Sometimes I make these videos so it's like I'm talking to someone. And it's really good because they can't argue back. They can't correct you. I suppose they can do that if you upload the video. Because that's our society today, isn't it? When we don't like hearing something, we just shut it down. Shut it down, pretend it didn't happen. But does that help us internally? Not really. Not if what the other people are saying is true. But there's a lot of trolls that just want to cause problems, stir up trouble, aggravate you for no reason except for their own self-gratification. But if it's something constructive that makes you look inwards to yourself and question why you did actually say something or do something the way you did, that's just introspection, reflecting, trying to understand yourself a bit better. Maybe why are you responding that way? And you look deeper in within yourself and you realise, you know what, I've been looking at that the wrong way the whole time, and now when I think about it, it's because of this reason or that reason. And so when you understand that, when you have that realisation, that's when you can start working on yourself, change how things affect you, change your thought patterns, and overall it'll make you a happier person. Because half the time when we're reacting to stuff is because we're not really happy about ourselves, really. Even the bullies. Bullies are a classic example, aren't they? Oh, forgot to change gears down. I'm struggling up this hill in high gear. I had a little laugh the other day. There's an app that I use called Snap, Send, Solve, and what it's for is you can report certain things in your area that need attention by the council or a parks department or water department or something like that. It could be anything. So you just bring it to their attention. And one of the snaps that someone put up, they came across in the forest a sex doll that had been dumped there. And initially they thought it was a dead body. I thought that was funny. I wish I came across that. Oh, I would have made something funny out of that. Sometimes when I ride like this and I see nobody, I think of those apocalyptic movies. Have you ever wondered what you'd do if you were just the last person on Earth? Some people might love it. Some people might be horrified. What's going on here? So this little spot up here where I used to ride through, which I thought was a road, joins the main road on the other side. But someone's put gates there. Well, that's a little bit annoying. What's it say? Close this gate. Does that mean I'm allowed on it? Let's have a look at this lock. Is it just sitting there? No, that's been... oh, no, there's a... I can undo it. They just blocked that off. Are they allowed to do that? I don't think they're allowed to do that. The map says it's still a road, so you can go through it. But do I want to? I'm going to upset the sheep, aren't I? I won't upset the sheep. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Maybe it's better I didn't go down that road where the sheep were, because I know once I get to the end of that little section and then head south from there, that road is quite corrugated. This one might end up being corrugated, but I haven't ridden down this one before because I've usually just kept going the other way. But this one's quite smooth. And those corrugations can just get a bit annoying after a while because you're on it for about half an hour. So sometimes things work out. I've said in other videos, sometimes things don't work out, but sometimes they do. My legs feel good. My back feels alright, nothing seems to be sore, my sit bones are okay. Did I tell you I'm 58 now? Yeah, I turned 58. So the big 6-0's coming up soon. Hopefully I'll make it. But I've seen a few videos where people are a lot older than me, are fitter than me, much fitter. They're quite impressive, quite the inspiration. Although life is a bit more bearable if you don't have any afflictions or impairments or chronic pain. I just passed a house where I did a little photo shoot a while ago. Just these people got this old home on their property and it's so nice for doing a photo shoot. They've had people do weddings there. I did a little photo shoot where the client wanted to do a little bit of, what would you say, BDSM fetish sort of genre. That was fun. Oh, what's doing that bird? A bunch of birds have ganged up on another bird. What's the bird they're chasing? Whatever it was, it needed to have a rest. They pulled up in a tree. Alright, here's my wrong. There's a coffee truck sometimes up the road here. Let's see if he's here. Coffee might go down nice. I'll have a large caramel latte,
Sure.
please. Is that carrot cake or what's that?
It's banana bread.
Oh yeah, banana bread. I'll have one of those too. Thanks very much.
Enjoy your day.
You too. See ya.
Thank you.
Banana bread. Just an old fool trying to have some fun. Get out there, live your life. It was given to you. Go and live it. No through road, not. How you going, little fella? Hey? Oh, good on you. Oh, you're running pretty good for an old dog. Little fat dog. You're running all right. I don't know if you got anything out of this video, but thanks for watching it anyway. For me, it's a bit cathartic, serves a purpose. Maybe you just want to sit back and listen to someone drone on about anything that comes into his mind. So if that was you, thanks for sticking around and watching. Anyway, I'm going to sign off here. It was a lovely ride, over 40 kilometres. Beautiful day. It was quite enjoyable. Fun even. If wearing yourself out is fun, then I just had fun. Thanks for watching. Bye.